Rush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Tannehill. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He's got this, complete to Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mon looks to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. That's now a 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Mon going to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mond. They'll roll him out right. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Mon. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Mon. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Come on, set. Come on, 32.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st down, right, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
They'll try again.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there.
That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Pass complete on the crossing route. This is Hooper.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Cook running right, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Mon now off of play action.
Eluding the pressure right.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Here's Mon. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here we go. 33. Yellow. On the ball. 6. Madden.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Off play action, Tannehill.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Wright's got it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On the move past the 40, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Up the middle they go. It's right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Buying time to his left. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Cook again.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
71 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Play action, it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. He's airing it out for Williams.
Tannehill intercepted again. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run again on first down. Cook, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They go play action here. Mon.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Mond. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up
to the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On fourth down, Mon. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill going to throw it. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Tannehill. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Mecole Hardman, 62 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.